Welcome to Practice ROR cards with me, part 5 of the series. I will give you the links to the previous 4 parts in the description section below. The idea for this video is so that you can practice your ROR or the rules of the road cards with me, because these cards are shown by surveyors during oral examinations of deck officers to assess their knowledge of rules of the road, specifically their knowledge of what kind of lights should be displayed by other vessels and what action you should be taking when you see these vessels out at sea. So let's start with the first card today. So the first card here today has red, white and red at the top, and then it has two red lights and two green lights in parallel to each other. Whenever you see these two red lights and two green lights parallel to each other, it should immediately tell you that this is a vessel which is engaged in some operation which has a safe side and an obstruction side. So this has to be some kind of a dredger. So as soon as you know it's a dredger, then you also see the red, white and red in a vertical line. That should tell you it's restricted in her ability to maneuver. Alright, because you are not seeing any other light, no side light, no masthead light, no stern light, it should tell you that maybe it is underway but it's stopped or it is at anchor, because of which you don't see any other lights, right? So as I will turn to the answer, you will see that yes, I was correct. When you see a vessel like this, alter your course to starboard by sounding one shot blast. The day signal for this vessel is ball, diamond and ball in a vertical line, which denotes the restricted in her ability to maneuver status. And then you denote or you display two diamonds, not you, but this vessel will display two diamonds in a vertical line to indicate her safe side and two balls in a vertical line to indicate her obstruction side. By night, you indicate the safe side by two green lights and obstruction side by two red lights, but during the day, you do the same by indicating it by two diamonds and two balls respectively. The fog signal of this vessel is one prolonged blast followed by two short blasts. Then the next card, you see three red lights in a vertical line. As soon as you see three red lights in a vertical line, you should be familiar with these lights. You should be reading the rules of the road. Immediately it should tell you this is a vessel that is constrained by her draft. Alright, if you see two red lights in a vertical line, what is the answer? Think about it and let me know. But for three red lights in a vertical line, it's a vessel constrained by her draft. So what else I can see here? I can see one additional white light placed towards the bottom of the card. Whenever I see a white light placed towards the bottom of the card, I know that I am viewing this vessel from the astern. So I am approaching this vessel from the astern. What will I do when I see this vessel like this? I will sound one shot blast and alter course to starboard. A vessel constrained by a draft has to display a cylindrical shape, a black cylinder, to indicate her condition. And the fog signal of this vessel is one prolonged blast followed by two short blasts. Alright. Then the third card. The third card is very similar to the previous card. I don't even need to take you through this. It's the same card. Pause it and tell me what card it is. It's a straightforward answer, so I will not bother discussing this card. Here is the answer for you, just in case if you didn't know the answer. I know you guys are not that stupid. You must have figured it out. Then we have the fourth card here. The fourth card here denotes a green over a white light starting from the top. Then you have two white lights and then you have another white light at the bottom. So for me, if I was shown this card, this is how I start thinking about it. As soon as I see a green over a white light, that tells me it's a trawler. Alright. Then I see a white light at the bottom. I know that I am approaching it from astern. So I am approaching it from astern. When I see two white lights in a vertical line, I know that this trawler is engaged in some kind of an operation. So this operation is somewhere around shooting nets. Alright. So that's why this is a trawler and it's making way, because I can see the stern light. If I couldn't see the stern light, it would be underway but stopped or at anchor. And if I see a vessel like this, I'm approaching it from astern. That means I'm kind of approaching it. I must be overtaking a trawler. If I'm on a power driven vessel, I will sound one shot blast, alter course to my starboard. The day signal of this vessel is two cones with apexes together in a vertical line, and I will also display the, or not I, but the vessel will also display the flag Zulu or Z, which indicates that it's shooting nets. The fog signal of this vessel is also one prolonged followed by two short blasts. Then the fifth card for today. Again, it's a very simple card. We've discussed this card many times. Pause the video, think about it and tell me what this card is. Alright. Like I've told you before, as soon as you see a red, white and red, this should tell you what kind of a vessel is this. It's a vessel restricted in ability to maneuver. Alright, that's your first indication. When you see two red lights and two green lights in a vertical line, it should tell you it's engaged in some operation which is a safe side and an obstruction side. That means it's a dredger. As soon as you see a white light at the bottom, what do you think? You know that this has to be a stern light. So you are approaching this vessel from the astern. Because I am not seeing because I am seeing an astern light, I also know that this vessel must be making way. Whenever I am approaching a vessel from the astern, I will sound one shot blast and alter my course to starboard. In this case here, remember when you see two green lights, always alter course towards those two green lights because that's your safe side. Alright, so these two green lights, when I see it from astern, it's on my starboard side. I will sound one shot blast, alter course to starboard. The day signal is pretty simple. It will be a ball, diamond and ball in a vertical line to indicate its restricted ability to maneuver, and then I will have two balls in a vertical line to indicate the obstruction side and two diamonds in a vertical line to indicate my safe side, and the fog signal is one shot followed by two shot, one prolonged followed by two shot blast. Then this is another type of vessel, and again whenever I see all these lights, I start segregating these lights. Alright, so the red light at the bottom basically tells me it's a side light and it's a port side, so I am seeing the port side of the vessel. The red over the white light at the top, that tells me it's a fishing vessel other than a trawler. It's not a trawler, it's a fishing vessel other than a trawler, because if it was a trawler it would show green over white. Now these two flashing white yellow lights that you see on the left side basically indicates that is using purseine gear. Alright, then the extra white light which is below the red over white light, or which is next to the flashing lights, indicates that this nets of this fishing vessel is extending for more than 150 meters. Because I am seeing the port side light as well, I know this vessel must be making way. So if I am seeing the port aspect of it, I will sound one shot blast, alter course to starboard to keep clear of this vessel. The day signal of a trawler is two cones with apexes together in a vertical line. But because in this case the trawler's nets are extending more than 150 meters, there will also be an additional cone with its apex upwards in the direction of the gear. The fog signal is one prolonged followed by two shot blast. Alright, then I come to the, how many cards it been? Seventh card for today. So the seventh card, I see a green over white which tells me it's a trawler. I see a green at the bottom that indicates it's a starboard side. So I'm seeing the starboard side of the vessel. Alright. Then there is an extra white light at the top which tells me that this vessel is making way because of the side light and the masthead light. And because I see a masthead light, an extra masthead light, I know that this trawler is really 50 meters or more. When I see this and I can see the starboard side aspect of it, I will sound two shot blast and alter my course to port. The day signal for this vessel is trawler, probably 50 meters or more, making way, seen from the starboard side. Two shot blast, alter course to port. I told you the action because you have to keep, as a power driven vessel, you have to keep clear of these fishing vessels. And then the day signal of this vessel is two cones with apexes together in a vertical line and one prolonged followed by two shot blast. Finally, the last card for today. The last card for today, I see a red over a white, which indicates it's a fishing vessel other than a trawler, so it's not a trawler. And I see a green and red light at the bottom that tells me these are the two side lights. So basically if I can see both the side lights, I must be on a head-on course with this vessel. So my action will be, I will be sounding one shot blast and altering my course to starboard. Also because I see both the side lights, I know that the fishing vessel is making way. Because I don't see any extra white light, I know if it's a fishing vessel, its gear is extending to less than 150 meters. That's what I said. And the shape for this vessel will be two cones with apexes together in a vertical line. Because the nets are not extending 150 meters or more, there will not be an extra cone. Alright, and the fog signal is one prolonged followed by two shot blast. So guys, I'll keep making more videos like this and I'll give you the links to the previous videos as well. Keep watching it, keep practicing your RO cards with me, and it will help you to answer the surveyor when he or she asks you these cards in the exam. I'll see you soon with our next video. I look forward to your feedback on what you think about this videos. Keep subscribing and keep watching. Bye guys.